Hey guys, what's up? This is Spencer from Scrub Gaming, and I am here to bring you a little deck tech video of a cool little green-white mid-range deck I've put together. And it's you can see that there's some proxies. Some of those are cards that I still need to get, but others are cards from the new set Magic Origins that is about to come out in a couple of weeks. So I thought I'd make a deck using some of the new cards that I think are going to be really cool. So yeah, let's just get right into it. Let's just start off with the lands. This is a green-white deck, so we are running 4 Temple of Plenty. Scrylands are always good. Fixing your jaws is nice. 4 Windswept Heaths that I have. I just need to put them in the sleeves. And then 2 Mana Confluence, because we do have some triple white cards and a lot of double green cards. So we want to make sure we can cast those. And then we've got a 7/7 split between forests and plains, because it is a pretty evenly distributed deck when you're looking at the mana. And so let's go over the creatures. At the bottom of the curve, we have the Honored Hierarch, which is just a really bad version of Noble Hierarch. It is 1 green for a 1/1 with Renown 1. And Renown is whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player. If it wasn't Renowned, it gets the number of counters equal to what Renowned it is, and it becomes Renowned. So it's kind of like Monstrosity, where even if the counter gets removed, it's still Renowned and it can't get another counter like that. But when it is Renowned, it does have Vigilance, and you can get a mana of any color. So I'm trying that deck out, because maybe against other mid-range strategies or control strategies, you'll be able to get in for that 1 damage on turn 2 to make it Renowned, and then you'll get an extra mana of any color, which really helps fix. So next card up is a card that's getting reprinted. Knight of the White Orchid is 2 white for a 2/2 with first strike, that when it comes into play, if an opponent controls more lands than you, you may search your library for a plains card and put it into play. Untapped. Then shuffle your library. I feel like this is a very good card for just ramping and fixing. And in the late game, it's still 2/2 for 2. And if you can pump it up with the Johnny, it beats Deathmist Raptor, which is really important, because Deathmist Raptor is everywhere. Next 2-drop is 3 Fleecemane Lions. You guys probably already know what this card does, but if you don't, it is green and a white for a 3/3. Pretty good. Monstrosity for a green and a white and 3 colorless, and it's Monstrosity 1. And when it becomes monstrous, it has hexproof and indestructible, which means it can't be targeted by spells or abilities your opponents control, and it doesn't die to removal spells and combat damage. It can only be sacrificed. Yeah, it can only be sacrificed, because you can't give it -1/-1 counters, because it has hexproof. So you can't be like Deathwind for 4. Doesn't work. Spell fizzles. So 3 drops. We got 1 Brimaz, because value creatures, mid-range deck. He's really cool. Double white and a colorless for a 3/4 with Vigilance. When he attacks, you get a 1/1 Vigilance cat that comes in attacking, and when he blocks, you get a 1/1 Vigilance cat that blocks the same creature he's blocking. So really, really nice. Nice token generator, puts little bodies on the field, little chump blockers. Really cool. Next card, Corsair Crewfix. This card is just in every green deck ever. Double green and colorless for a 2/4. Play with the top card of your deck revealed. You may play the top card of your library if it's a land, and whenever a land enters the battlefield, you gain a life. So with this card, it means fetch lands don't deal you damage, and it helps you just filter through your deck. It's just an amazing card. It's going to suck when it rotates out of standard. But for the few months that we have it, I'm going to play the crap out of it. So, let's move on to the, we don't have any, yes we do, we have 1 4-drop. And that would be a new amazing card called Archangel of the Tithes. It is triple white and 1 for a 3/5 flyer that when it is untapped, creatures can't attack you unless their controller pays 1 for each of those creatures. And when it's attacking, you have to pay 1 for each creature you want to block. So pretty sick card. And I'm pretty sure it's going to see standard play, at least in my deck. Maybe in other people's decks too. So now we go to our 5 drops. We have 3 Whisperwood Elemental. 5 mana 4/4 puts manifest tokens on the battlefield at the end of at your end step, and it makes your board say screw you, board wipes, because I just get more manifests. And yeah. Then we've got Surrak the Huntcaller, because giving your big creatures haste is fun. And then we've got another new card, the Woodland Bellower, double green and 4 colorless for a 6/5 that lets you search your library for a non-legendary green creature with converted mana cost 3 or less and put it into play. So let's just give a few examples of what that is. Courser of Crewfix, Fleecebane Lion. Courser of Crewfix, Fleecebane Lion. Never Honored Hierarch, because this card is not good late game, but Fleecebane Lion and Courser of Crewfix, or Deathmist Raptor, depending on what deck you're running it in. But this deck is not really a Deathmist Raptor deck, so whatever. So that about covers all of our creatures, so let's go on to our non-creature spells. 4 of Dramoka's Command, because this card is just Rex in Standard. It's funny. Then we've got 4 Valor Stance. Again, card Rex. Everything. And then 2 End Hostilities, because if they're playing Whisperwood Elementals, you don't want to deal with them. And you don't want to deal with their 50,000 manifest tokens. And also for freaking Jeskai tokens or whatever the heck it's called. That just is like, hey, turn 4, 50,000 tokens. So yeah, that's why I run this card. 2 of them. 1 more on the sideboard, maybe. I don't know. I'm thinking about if I should put another there. And then, let's move on to our Planeswalkers. 2, a Johnny Mentor of Heroes, because we have a lot of creatures, so this guy gives us card advantage in the late game, and he makes all our stuff big. Because making a 5/5 with First Strike is really funny. Let's distribute 3 +1/+1 counters, which is awesome. Then we have Nissa, to turn these mana confluences into 4/4 elementals with trample, because you don't want to be taking pain in the late game. And that would be it for the main deck. So let's move on over to the sideboard, shall we? We've got 1, Dragonlord Dramoka, because control decks say, I hate this card. Mastery of the Unseen. Control decks hate this card. A Nuke Survivalist, a creature that can kill enchantments and artifacts. Back to Nature, destroy all enchantments. Last Breath, because I think this card is funny. Another Last Breath. Ranger's Guile, against control decks and other mid-range strategies, because you want to keep your creatures alive. Got another one. Radiant Purge, because dragons are a thing. Another Radiant Purge, because dragons are also a thing. Surge of Righteousness, because black and red creatures are really annoying, and you want to gain life. Got 3 of those, just to be safe. Killing Siege Rhinos and gaining life is fun. Glare of Heresy, since we're not in black and we don't have a lot of exile permanent spells, this gets rid of Sorin, Siege Rhino, Elspeth, most of the things you want to be exiling. So we've got 2 of those. And it's only 2 mana. It does suck that it's sorcery, but it is only 2 mana. So that's pretty good. So that was my deck, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Let me know if I should change some cards out, or if there's something I'm missing, or just let me know if what changes I should make to this deck, what things I should add to the sideboard, because my sideboard right now is kind of weird. It doesn't really do anything. So yeah, this has been Spencer, and I'll see you guys later.